The Australian story, no matter the chapter, is an adventure story. Ancient, action-packed, precious and proud. This week, David and I will explore the wild beauty of northeastern Victoria's alpine country. From its soaring heights to its deepest tracks. Ours is a country of open roads and experiences wild and new. An adventure story that's yours for the making.
The good state of Victoria still wears her unspoiled corners with pride. And nowhere is she wilder at heart than her alpine northeast.
This is a vast land of the tamed and the untamed. It's a wilderness of impenetrable bush, rugged terrain, plunging valleys, mountain peaks and big sky. Historically, it was a land of heartache, hard labour and hard-won respect. This is a landscape that drives even the toughest to rhyme and to risk.
Adventure. This is what I live for. And I think as Aussies, we all do, because it's not about seeing a place as much as it is about experiencing a place. And as a paraglider, I've done a lot of coastal flying, but I've never done any inland flying. So I've come to the Victorian high country in the northeast to get up into the skies.
Bright, in northeastern Victoria's alpine area, is about a 4-hour drive from downtown Melbourne. And on a glorious day like today, this country is possibly best observed in lycra and nylon, with an enticing release of hot air, a steely nerve and a neon-coloured wing. And today, the Australian Paragliding Championship is being battled out in the skies over Mount Elliot. The country's top paragliders have come from all points on the compass to revel in their soaring passion for this emerging sport.
It's kind of epic. The best time is when you're flying into a thermal and you're like, I'm going to take this all the way to the top.
I started to really enjoy it, and going for a fly was an addiction, and it'd keep me happy doing that.
These alpine conditions make for some of the best flying in the country. As the earth warms, the regions surrounding valleys and peaks cook up strong columns of thermal air that these paragliders use to lift their high-tech wings more than a kilometre into the sky. Gareth Carter is the reigning Australian champion, and according to him, this sport is as tactical as it is physical.
It's not just about who can go fastest, it's about who can go fastest around the course.
Yeah.
That involves tactical choices about where to fly and when to stop going fast and actually make sure you're very high. It's like balancing on a pin.
This is round 2 of the Australian Championships. These guys will be battling it out for the next 3 days, with the fastest paragliders qualifying to represent Australia at the World Titles.
Now, while the pros are battling it out for points over at Mount Elliot, about 30 kilometres west as the glider flies, the Mystic Hill launch pad, high above the town of Bright, is the place to come if you're looking to learn to fly.
Hey, how are you?
Good.
And with my flight instructor David Wainwright in town for the comp, I may need a little tandem flight to get used to the local conditions if I'm going to attempt an inland solo here.
How easy is it to actually get to a point where you can do a solo paraglide?
It's pretty easy. We start you off
Nice, small, gentle slope. We get you used to the controls of the glider, what everything is. Generally the first day we'll have you solo in that sort of scenario. Within a week you'll be licensed, hopefully, if the weather's good like it is now.
The Mystic Hill launch pad is something of a sacred site to paragliders, thanks mainly to the ease and proximity of Bright's quality landing sites.
Yeah, sitting back for me now.
And make no mistake, with your instructor looking after all the technical details, tandem flights are pure pleasure.
I never actually get over the fear of it. Sometimes I look down like now and I think, oh my gosh. And we're quite safe, even though it really often doesn't feel like it. Just check out this. Oh!
And so, with this tandem flight feeling really good, it's time to go solo.
Caroline, this is
Roger you. It's hectic up here.
In summer, when the alpine terrains really heat up, there's so much hot air rising to the sky that you can easily end up 100 kilometres off course.
I don't know about this inland stuff. It's bumpy. You know what? It's so beautiful up here. It is stunning.
Very nice. What a beautiful landing.
Bit fast and hot. Oh.
Next, David's expedition deep into Alpine Victoria's gold mining past.